Hi, welcome to this video. Here I'd like to share with you an observation I've noticed when I serve different corporate communications departments at the director level, at the head level. So I noticed about three approaches when it comes to corporate communications. And the thing is, I would like to emphasize there's no right or wrong way to approach this because I have to emphasize it ties back to your business objectives. What is the business objective for the organization? And how would the business function of the corporate communications department fit within the overall ecosystem within that organization? So it also depends on the resources that are available or at the disposal of that comms department. Okay, for those of you who are unfamiliar, corporate communications come in many titles. Basically, it's the department that deals with any non-marketing communication from the organization to stakeholders. It includes policymakers, the general public, organizations like CSR, charitable organizations where you can partner for CSR purposes. It's not marketing per se, it's more reputation management and community engagement. But that is not strictly it. Depending on the business function and the business objectives of the organization, comms department could include investor relations, internal comms, external comms, even marketing in the case of integrated communications. So coming back, what are the three observations I noticed? The first approach would be the proactive corporate communication department. So the proactive corporate communication would be when the comms department or comms personnel are involved in the operational process. They're involved in from planning all the way to execution. At least they are part of the discussion. In the event that there needs to be a communication, they know when and where to deploy the communications collateral. Whether it's a publicity stunt, promotions activity, whether it's events, right? So they try to make the news on behalf of the organization. So the organization is always in the newspaper. The second approach, which I noticed, are the reactive department. I mean, organizations that have reactive comms department may be doing so because, again, it depends on the level of interaction that the organization has with the public. Reactive they can only react, they would rather react to different issues as and when necessary, rather than actively creating news, actively creating buzz. Why? Well, imagine a holding company. A holding company that is not publicly listed, publicly traded, or has relationship or needs a relationship with the general public, does not need a very active or proactive corporate comms department. But when things hit the fan, it's time for them to make a statement or a firefight, if you will, address the issue. So sometimes in this instance, the proactive corporate comms could be from the operating or operational companies, the opcos, rather than the holding companies themselves. This is what I mean by the business objective, the business strategy, the business function. Then there's the third angle or the third approach where it's very passive. This is very old school, approach, but it is an approach nonetheless that I've seen or that we've observed in different circumstances over the years. Why? Again, it ties back to not wanting to create a publicity or not raising awareness or refusing to raise awareness. Again, it ties back to the business objective, the marketing objective, the comms objective for the organization. There is no one size fits all. So when you consider, or when your team consider for your organization, should you be proactive? Should you be passive? Should you be reactive? Right? These are the things that you have to bear in mind. What is the goal within the next 5 years, the next 10 years? What purpose would it serve? Publicity, marketing needs to serve a business purpose. If your company that you are attached to is a holding company that does not deal directly with consumers or does not bid for projects, the question then has to be raised. Why would you not want to create too much publicity? There are many businesses out there are many organizations out there that try to avoid the limelight. Again, it depends on the objectives. There is no right or wrong. And sometimes it can change, within under current management or under current for this current phase, this 5 years, then you probably want to be laying low. But after that, you may want to go all out. It depends on the business plan, the business model that you have. So to recap, I've observed 3 different approaches over the years. 1, proactive or engaged. 2, reactive. 3, passive. It has to come back to the business objective. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate the gesture. I would also love to hear from you, especially if you found great value in what I've shared. Do get in touch with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or even Instagram, and here on YouTube. So leave a comment in the comment section down below. Please share my video, and if you're on YouTube, remember to hit the bell button so you can get notifications when new videos are uploaded. Once again, thank you very much for your support, encouragement, and feedback. Bye.